Welcome to Lisbon, Portugal's sun-drenched capital, where history comes alive and the aroma of fresh pastries fills the air. I'm thrilled to be your guide as we explore 18 must-see destinations that showcase the very best of this vibrant city. Over the next few chapters, we'll journey through time at ancient castles, marvel at ornate monasteries, and soak in breathtaking views from hilltop miradouros. We'll wander through charming neighborhoods, savor delicious Portuguese cuisine, and even catch a soulful Fado performance. Whether you're drawn to architectural wonders, cultural experiences, or simply soaking up the lively atmosphere, Lisbon has something for everyone. So grab your walking shoes, pack your sense of adventure, and let's get started. Our Lisbon adventure begins on the banks of the mighty Tagus River at the magnificent Belem Tower. This UNESCO World Heritage Site, built in the 16th century, stands as a testament to Portugal's age of discovery. Imagine Portuguese explorers setting sail from this very spot, embarking on daring voyages to uncharted territories. Back then, the tower served as both a fortress, protecting Lisbon from invaders, and a ceremonial gateway for explorers returning home laden with riches. Today, you can climb its ramparts, just as sentinels once did, and enjoy panoramic views of the river and the city beyond. For the best experience, I recommend visiting early in the morning or late in the afternoon, when the light is particularly magical and the crowds are thinner. As you stand on the tower's terraces, gazing out at the vast expanse of water, you can almost hear the echoes of history whispering in the breeze. It's a truly awe-inspiring experience that transports you back to a time when Portugal ruled the waves. Perched high above the city, like a watchful guardian, stands the Castelo de Sao Jorge, one of Lisbon's most iconic landmarks. This ancient castle, dating back to the Moors in the 11th century, has witnessed centuries of Lisbon's history unfold beneath its walls. As you explore the castle grounds, you'll be treated to breathtaking panoramic views of Lisbon, stretching out in all its glory. From the ramparts, you can spot many of the city's key landmarks, including the Sea Cathedral, the 25 de Abril Bridge, and the sparkling Tagus River. Inside the castle walls, you can delve into its fascinating past. Wander through the archaeological site, which reveals remnants of Roman and Moorish occupations, offering a glimpse into Lisbon's layered history. Be sure to visit the Camera Obscura, a fascinating optical device that projects panoramic views of the city onto the walls of a darkened room. Whether you're a history buff, a photography enthusiast, or simply looking for the best views in town, a visit to the Castelo de Sao Jorge is a must-do in Lisbon. It's a journey back in time and an opportunity to experience the city from a truly unique perspective. The Jerónimos Monastery, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a breathtaking example of Manueline architecture, Portugal's own flamboyant blend of Gothic and Renaissance styles. Built in the 16th century with riches from the spice trade, this monastery stands as a monument to Portugal's golden age of discovery. As you wander through the cloisters, admire the intricate carvings of seafaring motifs, mythical beasts, and religious symbols. The sheer scale and detail of the stonework is simply awe-inspiring. Don't miss the tomb of Vasco da Gama, the famed explorer who discovered the sea route to India. To avoid the biggest crowds, I recommend arriving early in the morning or later in the afternoon. Give yourself plenty of time to soak it all in. You could easily spend a half day exploring this fascinating landmark. And hey, when those cobblestones start talking to your tired feet, you'll find a little cafe right on the grounds. Whether you're a history buff, an architecture enthusiast, or simply appreciate beauty, the Jerónimos Monastery is a must-see on any trip to Lisbon. It's a powerful reminder of Portugal's past and a testament to the artistry of human hands. Standing tall on the banks of the Tagus River, the monument to the discoveries, or Padrão dos Descobrimentos, is a powerful symbol of Portugal's age of exploration. This towering monument, shaped like the prow of a ship, commemorates the explorers, navigators, and visionaries who set sail from these shores. As you approach, you'll notice the impressive sculptures of Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Ferdinand Magellan, and other key figures from that era. For a small fee, you can even take an elevator to the top of the monument for panoramic views of Lisbon, the river, and the Belem Tower. The Padrão dos Descobrimentos is particularly stunning at sunset, when the light casts a golden glow on the white stone. It's a popular spot, so expect some company, but the views are well worth sharing. Whether you're a history buff or just looking for a great photo opportunity, this monument is well worth a visit. It's a poignant reminder of Portugal's impact on the world and a celebration of the human spirit of adventure. Lisbon is a city best appreciated from above, and one of the most breathtaking viewpoints is the Miradouro de São Pedro de Alcântara. From this charming garden terrace, you'll be treated to a panoramic vista that stretches across the city's rooftops, all the way to the Tagus River. Take a moment to catch your breath as you spot iconic landmarks like São Jorge Castle, the Santa Justa lift, and the sprawling cityscape below. The Miradouro is especially lovely in the late afternoon when the golden light casts long shadows and bathes the city in a warm glow. Grab a bench, soak it all in, and enjoy the lively ambiance. You'll likely encounter local artists sketching the scenery, musicians serenading passers-by, and vendors selling refreshments. It's a Lisbon experience you won't soon forget. And the best part? Unlike some of the steeper climbs in Lisbon, reaching this Miradouro is relatively easy. You can hop on the iconic Gloria funicular, a charming piece of Lisbon history in itself, which will whisk you right up the hill. Lisbon isn't all about breezy plazas and ocean views, you know. Sometimes you just need a dose of high culture. That's where the Museu São Roque comes in. This unassuming building, tucked away in the Bairro Alto district, houses one of the most impressive collections of religious art and artifacts in all of Europe. The real showstopper here is the Chapel of St. John the Baptist. This jaw-dropping masterpiece was actually constructed in Rome and then shipped piece by piece to Lisbon in the 18th century. Talk about extravagant. But beyond the bling, the chapel is a testament to the artistry and craftsmanship of a bygone era. But don't just breeze through the chapel, be sure to take your time exploring the rest of the museum. You'll find treasures from all over the world, each with its own story to tell. From paintings and sculptures to intricate goldwork and textiles, it's a feast for the eyes and a fascinating glimpse into the history of religious art. So, if you're looking for a break from the hustle and bustle of Lisbon streets, hop into the Museu São Roque. It's a hidden gem waiting to be discovered, and you won't regret it. Now, if you want to truly experience the heart and soul of Lisbon, a stroll through the Alfama district is an absolute must. This is the city's oldest neighborhood, a labyrinth of narrow cobblestone streets, colorful buildings draped in bougainvillea, and tiny cafes overflowing with locals. As you wander through Alfama, be sure to listen for the sounds of Fado music drifting from restaurants and bars. This soulful, melancholic music is the soundtrack of Lisbon, and experiencing it live in the intimate setting of an Alfama club is an experience you won't soon forget. But Alfama isn't just about fado and charming streets. Tucked away amongst the houses, you'll find hidden squares, tiny artisan shops selling handmade goods, and family-run restaurants serving up authentic Portuguese cuisine. It's a place where you can easily lose yourself for an afternoon, soaking up the atmosphere and discovering the hidden gems around every corner. So, grab your walking shoes, embrace the uphill climbs and the occasional wrong turn, and get ready to fall in love with the magic of Alfama. Okay, folks, let's shift gears now and head over to Lisbon's trendy side, to a place where industrial chic meets artistic cool. I'm talking about LX Factory, a revitalized factory complex that's become a hub for creativity, good food, and good vibes. This former textile mill is now a vibrant community of independent shops, art studios, design boutiques, and restaurants, all housed in repurposed factory buildings adorned with colorful street art. You'll find everything here from vintage clothing and handmade jewelry to locally designed furniture and quirky souvenirs. But LX Factory is more than just a shopping destination. It's a place to soak up the creative energy, grab a coffee at one of the many cafes, or enjoy a delicious meal while listening to live music. And keep an eye out for the regular markets and events that take place here, showcasing the best of Lisbon's art, design, and culinary scenes. So, if you're looking for a unique and inspiring experience in Lisbon, hop on the train to Alcântara and spend an afternoon exploring the eclectic and ever-evolving LX Factory. You won't be disappointed. All right, folks, if you want to experience Lisbon like a local, hop on Tram 28. This isn't just any tram ride. It's a rickety-rackety adventure through the heart of the city's oldest neighborhoods. Imagine yourself clinging to those wooden benches, the scent of fresh bread from a nearby bakery wafting through the air. As you rumble uphill, you'll pass by grand plazas, colorful houses with laundry fluttering from balconies, and centuries-old churches. It's a photographer's dream, so keep that camera handy. Now, Tram 28 is famous, which means it can get packed, especially during peak season. My advice? Try to hop on early in the morning or later in the evening. You'll avoid the biggest crowds and enjoy a more authentic Lisbon experience. Plus, the golden light at those times of day just adds to the magic. Trust me, a ride on Tram 28 is a Lisbon must-do. Now, let's talk about food, because no trip to Lisbon is complete without indulging in its culinary delights. And there's no better place to get a taste of everything than at the Time Out Market. This bustling food hall brings together some of the city's best chefs and restaurants under one roof. You'll find everything from fresh seafood and traditional Portuguese dishes to innovative fusion cuisine and international flavors. Take your time, wander around, and let your senses guide you. Don't miss out on trying pastéis de nata, those iconic Portuguese custard tarts. The Time Out Market has some of the best in town. Grab a few to go, find a sunny spot by the river, and savor every bite. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Now, let's stroll down to Praça do Comércio, one of Lisbon's grandest squares. This sprawling plaza, open to the Tagus River, was once the bustling gateway to the city, where ships laden with spices and treasures from far-off lands would dock. Today, it's a vibrant hub for locals and tourists alike. Take a moment to admire the elegant yellow buildings that surround the square, rebuilt after the devastating earthquake of 1755. In the center, you'll find a statue of King Jose I on horseback, a reminder of Portugal's powerful past. This is a great place to just relax, soak up the atmosphere, and watch the world go by. You'll find street performers, artists selling their wares, and plenty of cafes where you can enjoy a leisurely coffee or a glass of wine. Praça do Comércio is a true taste of Lisbon's vibrant spirit. Lisbon isn't just about historical treasures. It's also a gateway to the wonders of the sea. And there's no better place to experience this than at the Oceanário de Lisboa, one of Europe's finest aquariums. Now, this isn't your average aquarium. It's a cutting-edge facility that's home to over 8,000 sea creatures from around the globe. You'll encounter playful penguins, graceful sharks, and colorful fish darting through coral reefs. The real highlight is the massive central tank, a mesmerizing spectacle that represents the open ocean. It's an awe-inspiring sight to see sharks gliding through the water, rays gracefully soaring above, and schools of fish moving in unison. Whether you're a family with kids or simply young at heart, the Oceanário is an unforgettable experience. It's a chance to learn about marine conservation and appreciate the beauty and diversity of our oceans. To truly experience the soul of Lisbon, you have to immerse yourself in Fado music. This hauntingly beautiful genre is as essential to the city as its cobblestone streets and vintage trams. Fado is all about saudade, a Portuguese word that encompasses longing, nostalgia, and a bittersweet yearning for something lost. It's a feeling that resonates deeply within the Portuguese culture, and the music reflects this with its melancholic melodies and heartfelt lyrics. You'll find fado houses, known as casas de fado, scattered throughout Lisbon, particularly in the atmospheric neighborhoods of Alfama and Bairro Alto. These intimate venues offer an authentic setting to experience the raw emotion of fado. As you listen to the soulful voices of the fadistas accompanied by the melancholic chords of the Portuguese guitar, let the music transport you to the heart of Lisbon's soul. It's an experience that will stay with you long after the last note fades. Just a short train ride from the bustling streets of Lisbon lies Sintra, a town seemingly plucked from the pages of a fairy tale. Nestled amidst the lush hills of the Serra de Sintra, This enchanting destination is a must-see for any visitor to the region. Sintra is like stepping back in time, with its whimsical palaces, romantic gardens, and ancient castles shrouded in mist. The star attraction is Pina Palace, a colorful confection perched atop a hilltop, offering breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. Another must-see is the Quinta da Regalera, an enigmatic estate with hidden grottos, mysterious tunnels, and a captivating blend of architectural styles. It's a place where you can easily lose yourself in a world of fantasy and imagination. Don't miss the Moorish castle with its crumbling ramparts offering panoramic vistas, and the historic center of Sintra, filled with charming shops and cafes. A day trip to Sintra is like stepping into a fairy tale, a welcome respite from the city's hustle and bustle. Well, folks, we've seen a lot of grand sights in Lisbon, haven't we? But you can't truly say you've experienced the city's soul without a visit to the Lisbon Cathedral, or as the locals call it, the Sé de Lisboa. Built in the 12th century on the site of a former mosque, it's a survivor. The cathedral blends Romanesque, Gothic, and Baroque styles. Don't miss the rose window, it's a real stunner. Inside, you'll find soaring ceilings and intricate chapels. Seek out the treasury, housing relics of St. Vincent. Travel is about connecting with history, and this cathedral is bursting with it. All right, folks, get ready to dive into one of Portugal's most unique art forms, the azulejo. Explore their history and artistry at the National Tile Museum. Housed in a 16th century convent, this museum showcases the evolution of these glazed ceramic tiles. See how tile-making techniques changed over the centuries. My favorite is the panoramic panel of Lisbon before the 1755 earthquake. Don't miss the stunning tile work from churches and palaces. The craftsmanship will amaze you. The museum opens your eyes to the artistry and history of azulejos. Wander through the galleries and let the colors transport you. Lisbon is a city best explored on foot, but all that walking can really work up an appetite. So for a little respite from the urban hustle and bustle, head to Eduardo VII Park, a welcome splash of green right in the heart of the city. Named after King Edward VII of England, who visited Lisbon in 1903 to strengthen ties between the two countries, this park is like Lisbon's front yard, a place to relax and enjoy incredible views. You'll find locals strolling along the pathways, picnicking on the lawns, or just soaking up the sun. The park is beautifully landscaped with fountains, statues, and a greenhouse filled with exotic plants. It's a great place to take a break from sightseeing, enjoy a picnic lunch, or simply relax and watch the world go by. And don't miss the stunning view down Avenida da Liberdade towards the Tagus River, especially beautiful at sunset. Every great European city has a central square, and in Lisbon, that square is Rossio. This bustling plaza has been the social hub of the city for centuries. Take a stroll across the square's iconic wave-patterned pavement. Stop for a coffee or a bite to eat at one of the many cafes and restaurants. You'll see street performers, vendors, and locals going about their daily lives. In the center stands the column of Pedro IV, a monument to the king. Flanking the square are beautiful buildings like the National Theatre and the Rossio railway station. So pull up a chair, order a bica, and savor the energy of Lisbon at Rossio Square. Thanks for joining me on this whirlwind tour of Lisbon's must-see destinations. From historic towers and grand monasteries to charming neighborhoods and lively squares, Lisbon offers a little something for everyone. I hope you found this guide helpful and that it inspires you to experience the magic of Lisbon for yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel videos. Until next time, cheery travels!